Hey guys, Ranchin here, pretty much stuck up commentary. Round of 8 continues. Avalon MSL Group B first set. EffOrt versus Com. How? That's a ZVZ for you over there, guys. On Outsider, we're gonna have Com as the yellow zerg at 5 o'clock position, and we're gonna have EffOrt as the green zerg at the 9 o'clock. I gotta say, we'll look forward to the ZVZ. Gotta give EffOrt an advantage right off the bat, simply for his ZVZ. He has the second best ZVZ behind Jaedong right now at about 65%, if I remember correctly. Com's ZVZ is unspectacular. He's an overall very solid player, has really helped carry STX to their playoff position into 3rd place. Wow, that's amazing, right? He's really been their heavy hitter this season, and he's not sure, but I believe this is his first MSL appearance. I could be wrong. Although this is definitely his first appearance where he got into the round of 8. So I really got to say he's doing a good job. Both players sending the overlords in the wrong direction. Although we'll never know, Com might actually decide to turn his to the left any minute now. Going to see what both players go for here. Not expecting too aggressive builds. EffOrt putting down his extractor, so I assume he's going to be putting down a pool any second alongside, unless he decides no pool yet. Okay, interesting. Extractor first. So I think I've seen him go for this once before. We're going to see Com. Okay, spawning pool, 12 pool, 11 extractor, I believe he's going for. Well, EffOrt going for an early extractor. I've seen him do this once before. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I've seen him do this before. Definitely, I have. I'm not quite sure whether he went for that extractor just to get one single extra supply and just not putting it on a spawning pool, instantly getting his gas. So he's going to go try to get for lair at least a little earlier. His zergings are going to be a little bit behind, but he's going to have lair take earlier. I think I've seen him go for this once before. He finishes the extractor, then just goes for the spawning pool. I'm not quite sure what happened in the last game. I saw him do this. I'm not even sure who he was up against. I just know I've seen him do this once before. But, you know, his ZVZ is very, very good. His micromanagement, very, very good. He's an overall, EffOrt, one of those guys that plays beautiful, solid game. A very beautiful, strong, solid game of StarCraft in each and every matchup. So, in ZVZ, just having a solid standard skill really comes in handy. Although, EffOrt, whenever he plays standard, he makes it look beautiful. 73% think that EffOrt's going to take it. 27% think that Com has a shot at this. Yeah, well, where EffOrt is just a monster at standard, overall, beautiful standard play, Com is a man, kid more like, I suppose, that bases his entire StarCraft game on intelligence, in my opinion. And when I say intelligence, I just mean sheer wit. Just absolutely outsmarting your opponent. That's his game. He now has his first zerglings out, but EffOrt, I think he's going to have enough to defend this. We're going to see how many spots. Spots 2 on the way. Going to get a couple of free hits on them. So Com's going to have to wait for his own to come in. But yeah, Com is one of those players who really surprised me. He stays calm no matter what situation. It's like he sometimes just doesn't let the pressure get to him. EffOrt now putting down a production hatchery inside of his main, so he's not going to try to get take advantage of that second extractor. Most likely due to the fact that he got his gas so early. He's been pumping that for a while. We're going to see whether Com actually might have thought. He sent out one drone. I'm not quite sure whether he thought of putting down that second hatchery or not. He's going to get his over to scout into each other's bases. Of course, neither player has really scouted each other's builds yet. They know that there are zerglings on both sides, but they're not really quite sure the timing, I'm guessing, because they haven't gotten an overlord inside yet. Spire is a little bit earlier for Com, actually, but I'm not quite sure he's going to have enough production for Mutalisks. I think EffOrt's build is actually quite colorful in that regard. I think he's going to have his hatchery ready. Second hatchery you're most likely going to have ready as soon as his Spire pops. So he's going to have 6 mutas out by the time that Spire is ready. As soon as that Spire pops, he's going to have 6 mutas out ready and running. He's been mining gas for a while, putting that Spire there to get faster mining of gas, I assume. Overlord just not running inside of Com's base. Com's going to have his Spire sooner, so he's going to have his Mutalisks sooner, but I think EffOrt's going to have his ready in time to react to those, though, if barely. Let's see. Com moving out. A lot of zerglings on the field for both players. Not going to be able to do much really on any side. EffOrt just playing defensively for now, waiting for his mutas to pop out, at which point micromanagement's going to be the key at that point, really. If EffOrt manages to micromanages force beautifully. Actually, now moving out with his zerglings. We're going to see whether he tries to finally put on a little bit of pressure, get this scout. Comms, of course, is getting his natural expansion up, so it is going to be a little bit vulnerable. He can't simply defend. Comms not going to be able to simply defend a ramp the way that EffOrt was doing. EffOrt has a lot more Zerglings actually on the field. Not a lot, but definitely has a couple more. Now going to try to take this hatchery. Now Calm's going to be forced to defend this. He does have mutas on the way, so they are going to help him eventually. Now actually going to surround this hatchery. Calm has to be very careful in how he decides to defend this. Going to have to come in very, very close. Hatcher already lost a lot of health, so now going to try to get against Tractor. Tractor is going to come up. Mutalisk's finally on the field, though, so Calm is revealing his hand, and of course this beautiful play by EffOrt in that, in fact, he loses all of his Zerglings, takes out a few of the number of Zerglings that Calm has, but still, he knows the timing. He forced Calm to reveal his hand, perhaps. Now going to know the timing and how many Mutalisks that Calm has on the field. Scourge actually ready for EffOrt as well. He has to be very careful of those Zerglings on the field that Calm has. Although I don't think they're going to be too big of a threat with the small amount of force they are. I think Calm actually split his Zerglings, 2 to go to the north side, 2 on the south side. Actually, I'm going to manage to sneak 2 inside. We're going to see with the Mutalisks. I think, no Mutalisks. Okay, 2 Zerglings there for EffOrt as well. So I think that's going to end up Zergling going to kill Zergling. Yeah, EffOrt actually going to clean this up. Going to get lucky there. There is no luck in StarCraft. There's only superior micromanagement. A lot of Scourge in the air for EffOrt. EffOrt, I believe, has a larger aerial force. Now Calm's going to be in trouble. He's going to have to be forced to run into his main. Our Scourge is going to try to micro against them, but Scourge hitting him. More Scourge coming in. Also Scourge coming in for Calm. EffOrt losing. Both Scourge on both sides losing. And actually, I think Calm has more Mutalisks at this point. A large Mutalist count. So EffOrt not going to be forced to run back. EffOrt moving in one single Zerg trying to get the attention off of himself. But not only one single Zerg, Scourge coming in to help him. Calm micro against those beautifully. EffOrt, I believe, really didn't take advantage of his superior count of forces in the air at the time that he should have. Now just trying to be annoying with his Zerg. He only has Scourge and Mutalist in the air at this point. And now Calm's going to be able to micro 2 gases, so he's going to have a lot of Mutalist in the air. EffOrt now trying to take his own natural expansion to get a larger gas amount. Really still don't know if I like this build from EffOrt, where he goes that very early gas and gets that hatchery inside. Again, trying to harass the gas inside the extractor inside of Calm's natural expansion, just trying to keep those Mutalisk off his back with Scourge, just not enough. Calm managing to micro beautifully. Still Zerglings being produced all over the place by EffOrt, but now, oh man, just not putting down his evolution chamber and a creep colony, but I just don't think he's going to be good enough. Has a Mutalisk alongside Zerglings right inside of Calm's base, actually, so he's doing some harassment, taking out quite a drones. I'm not seeing a lot of drones on either side. All the drones mining for EffOrt are down for the count, and now the last Zerglings should be able to take out any minute now. Of course, Calm has his natural expansion, while all the drones of EffOrts have been lost at this point, so I'm not seeing any production from him. He's going to try to put down his poor colony to defend himself, but we're going to see what actually comes up. Zerglings running again inside of Calm's base, going to try to do some last-ditch EffOrt damage here. More Zerglings on the way, so we're going to see whether EffOrt actually manages to turn the tide here or not. I'm not quite sure. Drone lines on both sides, absolutely horrible. No Spore Colony going to be coming up for EffOrt. So if it's in a horrible position in that regard. So no economy for any player, so it's all going to come down to who does what. EffOrt is going to be able to take out the hatchery inside of... He's going to be able to take out the hatchery, the natural expansion for EffOrt. Actually, EffOrt, I believe, did indeed cancel his natural expansion before it was taken out. So, okay, natural expansion for neither player. Now, at this point, it's a battle of who destroys what for who. Calm actually pushing most of his Mutalisks right inside of his own main at this point to take care of all those pesky Zerglings. But he, of course, has enough minerals to produce drones. I think that's more drones because, GG coming there from EffOrt. He was producing his last drones, lost all his Zerglings and decided that was it. But beautiful play there for Calm. Just with that early battle, he won it, completely killed a number of Mutas that EffOrt had. I feel really that EffOrt should have gone for less Scourge and more Muta. Maybe didn't have the gas for it, simply did not have the gas because of his very early extractor. Maybe even lacked some minerals and don't really... I think he just didn't have the economy to maybe go for as many Mutas as he wanted to, but I feel if he had 6 Mutas, instead of getting those Scourge to support, he would have been able to do more damage. Just the Scourge did not end up paying off for him. Calm microed pretty well, and as soon as he got his own reinforcements up, that was it. I mean, pretty much controlled the game after that point. So EffOrt's going to take a first loss. We're going to see whether pressure gets to him, though. He definitely has the potential to take this. Definitely has the potential to go to the semis. And I'm not counting Calm out either, though. He's a guy that plays with such sheer intelligence that I'm always surprised when I watch him play. I don't really know what else to say. I just look forward to yet another great ZVZ series from these guys. We're gonna have two quarterfinal matches that are ZVZs, so they might even have another ZVZ in the semis. We're gonna see. I repeat. Another ZVZ semifinal, just like the Lost Sog. We're gonna see what happens. Still trying to figure out what exactly to blame for EffOrt's loss there, aside from going for those early Scourge, which he lost and not ended up paying up for him. Went for that attack. I think he lost too many Zerglings when he went for that hatchery attack. Didn't manage to take out the hatchery. Should have pulled back instead of engaging almost the equal amount of Zerglings as well as Mutalisks. I felt he should have just pulled back, kept his Zerglings for a later time. Some of those would have been killed while fleeing, but better than losing all of them while only doing damage to Zerglings on the ground to the other guy. Just feel EffOrt lost a little bit in the decision-making part of the game, while Calm, he never loses in the decision-making part of a game, being calm and smart as hell. But yeah, looking forward to more. Look forward to more from me too soon, guys. GG guys, ranching out. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed more MSL. Woo! Woot.